how's it going, everybody? And welcome to another exciting episode of Channel X TGIF. And I am your host, Tom Dog 247. As always, I'm Tom Dog all day and Tom Dog all night. Woo, baby! All right. So, happy Friday.
Hey.
Happy Memorial Day weekend and everything in between. Hope everybody has a happy and safe Memorial Day weekend, and big shout out to our troops, both young and old. Thank you for your service, definitely. I know those grills are going to be fired up, and parades are going to be happening all over the town, and this is your day. It's your day on Monday, and you guys deserve it. So, my hat's off to you. So, this is going to be a relatively short episode because of the fact that I was supposed to do a top 5, but I'm kind of in this standstill, debating on what I should do the top 5 of. I might just do a double-decker next week after I get all the details and everything. So I'll address to that as sometime next week. Whether it's going to be one top 5 or a double dose of top 5, so I haven't debated yet. So yeah, again, this is going to be a relatively short episode. Just been really busy today. So before we get things started, let's go ahead and do the shout outs to plugs and all that good shit. So here we go. Big shout out to my friends over at Gaming Pros and Otherwise, and Gamer Geeks over on Facebook. We have an awful lot of great time on those on the group boards and everything. So if you haven't checked it out, you're missing out on some fun. Definitely want to check that out and tell them Tom Dog sent you. Of course, big shout out to the Mel and Apollo show over on YouTube. Definitely want to give them a shout out. So hopefully they're going to be watching and everything. Big shout out goes out to my good friend Josh, who I earlier today I just got done with a podcast, my first experience on a podcast, and the show is called Absolute Talk with Josh Albert, and it's available on iTunes and the Podbean app, and also absolutetalk.podbean.com. So definitely want to check out that podcast. We had a lot of fun reminiscing and everything. So I'll address that podcast when it comes on the air. It's not on the air now, but when it comes available, I'll let you guys know. Okay, because I'm definitely going to be looking forward to it, just to see how I sound, because I never heard myself on a podcast before, so that's pretty cool. Big shout out, of course, to my good friend Jen. Hope she's watching tonight. Also, my good friends Marissa and David. Hope you guys are enjoying yourself. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're all going to be going to a track meet. There's at Lime Rock Park, so we're going to have a lot of fun seeing some cars racing and everything like that.
Nope.
So it's going to be really cool. Going to be a great experience, and we're going to have a lot of fun. We really will. We really will have a lot of fun. So it's my first racing event. So I get to see some really cool cars racing on the track. So it'll be a lot of fun, and I'll probably take some pictures too. Plugs. Gotta talk about the plugs. No, we can't talk about that. Big shout out to Loot Crate, lootcrate.com. If you have not yet subscribed to Loot Crate, you're missing out on some awesome stuff. This month's box, we're nearing the end of May. I should be getting my box on the 1st of June, so I'm really looking forward to that. It's role models, but you won't be able to get that one, but you will be able to get the next one, and I heard it's going to be colossal. So little hint on the theme there. It's called Colossal. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have some Ghostbusters items, Jurassic Park, Godzilla, and Marvel. So it's going to be really cool. We're going to have it's going to be a really cool box, to say the least, and definitely don't want to miss out on this box, because it's going to be amazing. So hell, it could be colossal. So also shout out to Funko, tearing it up over there with the subscription boxes, the Disney Treasures, the Marvel Collector Core, the Disney Legion of Collectors, and of course Star Wars, Smuggler's Bounty. It's all about Solo, Star Wars movie premiering tonight. Yeah, I should be watching it, but I gotta get up early in the morning, and I was pretty busy during the day. So you definitely don't want to miss out on this movie. I'm hearing some good things about it. So it's definitely a great backstory about Han Solo, which is something I was looking for. I'm looking forward to seeing in the very near future. Well, not in the very near future, but in the weeks to come. So, on the anniversary of the first Star Wars movie, so happy anniversary to A New Hope. 41 years, if I'm not mistaken. 41 years, so that's a good accomplishment.
Nope.
So that's really cool. So, oh yeah, how could we forget our sponsors? This episode is brought to you by M&J Video Games and Collectibles. Trade in your old video games and consoles, from retro video games, accessories, and systems. You can also trade in your DVD box sets and Blu-rays. Also, you can trade in your sports cards and novelty items, as well as wrestling collectibles and autographed items, spanning from sports, wrestling, and actors. If you happen to be in the Connecticut area, there's a couple places in Connecticut, so you might want to check them out. And for directions and a list of events that they are throwing, you can check out their website at mjvideogamesandcollectibles.com. Also, this episode is brought to you by She Beans. She Beans Brewing Company. Check out their website, shebeanbrewing.com. Follow them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the OpenTab app on your I think it's OpenTab. I want to get the right one. I don't want to give you guys the wrong app there. Untapped, the Untapped app on your mobile phone, on your Android or your iPhones. So the Apple App Store. So you don't want to miss out on that. Get some cool badges. Review some of the beers that some of the drinks that you have in your local breweries or anything like that. But also, you can check in check out their website at Shebean Brewing at shebeanbrewing.com. List of beers that they have, and you can check it out and get hammered up this Memorial Day. Definitely worth it. Excuse me. So the topic for today, as you saw in the description, is something that concerns me and annoys me. And what could I possibly be talking about? I'm, of course, talking about the game developers. I'm talking to you guys tonight because it's been going on for quite some time, and I haven't really touched base on this particular topic before. But seeing as how we're in the E3 season, we're just weeks away from E3. By the way, you can check out the E3 coverage on the special Channel X E3 special that's going to be coming up on E3. So that whole week, and the week before the E3 event, I will be addressing the schedule. I will give out the full schedule on what I'm going to be doing. So be in tune for that when it comes up on your notifications. So ringy dingy that bell so you can get so you can stay up to date on what we're going to be doing. But yeah, I've been noticing some things that's been going on in regards to video game releases that, in my opinion, should wait for E3. As I said, we're just weeks away from E3, and already some games have been leaked out, and trailers have been released as well too. Case in point. Battlefield 5, and the one that's receiving a lot of controversy is Activision's Call of Duty Black Ops 4. We're going to be talking about that just a bit, but I want to address this because it's getting to a point where enough is enough, and it's taking away from the big event because you have a popular franchise like Call of Duty, and you have another popular franchise which is the Battlefield games, and you're taking away from the big event, which is E3. Now, this is the mecca of video game coverages, and you're basically taking that away, taking that excitement away from E3. I mean, that's fine if you're gonna tease a trailer, if you're gonna do a teaser, if you're gonna and not even tease a game, though that specific game, for example, say, stay tuned. Like tease everybody for E3. It's like be prepared for the exclusive debut trailer for you know without giving hints away. Just be like, hey, we're gonna be at E3 this year, so be prepared to look at us. We're going to be, like addressing that you're going to be at either, Microsoft's conference or either at Microsoft's conference um, or Sony's press conference or even Nintendo's press conference. Um, you know, keep the suspense going, but don't leak anything that says, oh, this is going to happen and everything like that. That's fine. But if you're going to address that, that two big franchises are being are showing off trailers, it's taking away from E3, and then you guys are going to have nothing to show except for another trailer or maybe some gameplay footage, whatever. But we already know what's going to be expected for Black Ops 5, for Black Ops 4, because Activision already ruined things already by addressing that there's not going to be a single-player campaign. And when you're releasing all that information now instead of later at E3, it's already pissing off a lot of people. And for me personally, because the fact that it's all over, it's all over the media and everything. It's like, oh, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is going to happen, and oh, get this, we're not going to have a single player campaign, which I think that's a little bit ridiculous, because this year everybody's getting into the battleground, the battle royale genre. Phenomenon. And to be quite honest with you, it's annoying. It really is annoying. Nothing against Fortnite. I have nothing against Fortnite and PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, because I think those games are cool. But all these other games are jumping on the bandwagon, and it's going to die quick. It's going to die quickly. You can defend it all you want and say, oh, you don't know what I'm talking about, but you watch. Within a couple of years, you watch a couple of years from now, everybody's going to get annoyed with Battle Royale, and Grand Theft Auto is going to be jumping on the bandwagon with some DLCs coming out soon. At least that's their agenda, but there's already Battle Royale type games on GTA Online as it is already. They're linear, but they're fun. Now Call of Duty is going to get involved in it, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think Battlefield 5 is going to also jump on that same bandwagon. And I don't know. I really don't know. It's like, it's like what's next? There's going to be a battle royale feature in Madden 2020 or 2019 rather. Instead, they're going to have like Kill the Carrier or something like that. I mean, that's pretty battle royale-esque. If that's even a word. But you know, it's annoying. It really is annoying that, you know, a lot of these great games are spoiling the fun out of E3 when they can easily address all this stuff at E3. And just announced today, Terrell Owens is going to be gracing the cover for the new Madden game. And I mean, that's all well and fine, but I remember when EA waited for E3 to announce who's gonna be on the cover. And you know, that's always been their thing. And I just think that it's taken away from that. I really do think so. And of course, you know, EA and Activision aren't the only ones that are doing it. Playground Studios, the one that does the Forza series, the Forza Horizon series, is coming with another game, which is taking over for Lionhead Studios for a new Fable game. And you know, as much as that's cool and everything, that right there, since the cat got out of the bag, so to speak, I think they could have at least waited for E3 to drop that bomb, because you know, they had that opportunity to do so. And as excited as I am, because I love the Fable series, I just think that it's heartbreaking that they took that away from the gaming community to give us that surprise at E3, and I just think that's a little bit selfish on their part. And I mean, yeah, of course we're not going. You know, we haven't. All we do know is that there's going to be a new Fable game, but we don't know what's it going to be called. We haven't seen where is it going to take place. You know, where is it follow on the timeline? We don't know nothing about this new Fable title. But at the same time, I just think that, like, even then you could have at least waited, because you're taking that away from us. That, you know, especially those who are going to be doing reports for these videos. I just think that it's taking away. But at least I'm glad that 343 isn't addressing nothing. Like we don't know. I heard that they are going to be there, but that's all we know. So yeah, that can tell that there's going to be a new Halo game. We don't know what that is. It could be Halo 6. It could be a new Halo Wars. I don't know. Could be like a prequel to something. I don't know. There hasn't been any word about it, so about what 343 has on their sleeve, but I can easily tell you that we're going to be excited because I'm glad that they haven't addressed nothing as far as them being there. That's why I always like 343, because they don't address nothing. Same thing with Rockstar. Rockstar is rumored to be having a booth at E3, but as far as showing off anything, I don't know. I mean, if anything, they're probably going to show more of Red Dead Redemption 2, but as far as that, I don't know. And you know, 2K. In speaking of that, 2K Sports, also is guilty of it, of spoiling things too, because WWE has their, you know, has 2K19 coming out, and it would be great to see, a revealed trailer at E3, and then an announcement of who's going to grace the cover. They don't do that. They don't do that. I would even be okay if they showed it off. They showed it off on Monday Night Raw. That same night when they're in California that same week. That would be fine. I would be fine with that. Because I know I'm sure they're going to be in California, but not in the same arena, venue as them, obviously, because maybe like it's at the Staples Center. I don't know. But at the same time, do something to surprise the guests that are going to show up in cosplay or whatever. Do something, because I'm hearing that E3 is slowly dying, and there's going to be a time where E3 isn't going to happen. Well, if you're hearing that and it's said to be true, then don't you think that you should be like saying to these game developers? I said, hey, E3 and E3, these game developers should be saying the same thing. It's like, E3's coming up. Why don't we just wait for these games to show off their trailers, and it'd be fine. It's just announce that you can announce that you're going to be at E3, and we can speculate all we want from there. Whether it's a new game coming out, or maybe just an add-on to an existing title that's already released. Do something but not take that away from the fans that are going to be paying a shit ton of money to go there and be like, just to have them just go. You need that wow factor, and that's the thing. And Nintendo, I think, was doing that too, releasing some titles that, unless the game is going to come out, before E3, then that's fine. But but Nintendo is actually guilty of it too, because they just announced that Smash Brothers is going to be released. Is going to be released for the Nintendo Switch, and it's going to include the Inklings from Splatoon, which is something that they should have did when the Wii U came out, to help promote the Splatoon game. Just saying. But I heard that but it's rumored that there's going to be even more fighters into the game, and we don't know who that is. So, rumors are flying around that that Rayman will finally be in the game. Crash Bandicoot might be in the game. And again, Sony's guilty of that too, because of the fact that speaking of Spyro the Dragon, they're gonna it's announced that it's going to be remastered. But why can't you just wait until E3 to drop that bombshell? I mean, game developers, hello, are you there? I mean, think about it. You guys missed out on an opportunity to show off these games that we now can't be excited for once E3 happens. We can just be like, yay. Yay. Don't you want your audience, your players to be like, yeah, it's happening. I mean, I can go back to old E3 footage and listen to their reaction at these shows, and be like, and be amazed and still be amazed at watching these trailers that nobody heard that these games were coming out. All of a sudden now it's a thing where it's spoiled, and that wow factor is gone. It's like, it went from yay to yay. I mean, come on, give us something. Give us, tease us a little bit, but don't drop the bombshell and say, hey, this is going to happen now. I mean, come on. Get with the program, fellas. It's just like, it's ridiculous. We have, I mean, I'm not trying to knock you guys down, game developers, but, you all are guilty of it. You guys are all guilty of it, and I know some of it is not remotely your fault, because you know what? The leakers, the spoilers, word getting out is not entirely your fault. It's the people that are leaking this information, whether it's on an international website or leaking by an inside job. I mean, technically you guys shouldn't be saying, technically you game developers out there shouldn't be saying a word until E3. And if I was a head game developer, and if I had a leading game company, and game developers are saying, hey, let's put it, we want to show off this game, and E3 is just around the corner, I'm going to be like, no, you guys are going to wait till E3, because we want to get that wow. We want to get that wow factor. We want to beat this person. We want to beat this person. We want to beat this thing. We want to beat this company. We want to beat this company. We want to beat this company. We want to beat that company. We want to beat our rival companies, so that players can buy our IPs, buy our products, rather than buying from Activision, or buying from EA, or buying from DICE, or buying from Microsoft, or Nintendo, or that sort of thing. Be that or just be that third party developer that says, hey, let's go ahead and let's give these customers something that our customers can be excited for, because that's the problem. That is the huge problem, folks, is that the players, and you wonder, and you guys wonder why E3 is such in the bad shape that it's in, because you put all this money in for what? You guys are putting in all this money for what? To show off products that we already know that are coming out. It's like, great, now we can't be enthusiastic for Call of Duty Black Ops 4. We can't be excited for Battlefield 5. We can't be excited for Madden 19. We can't be excited for Spyro. We can't be excited for Fable, because you pretty much took that away from us, knowing what's going to be happening. So now when everybody goes into E3, they're not going to be excited for it. They're not. And all you have to do is hope and pray that there's a release that nobody knows about, and when that happens and you hear that crowd reaction in the background, guess what, folks? I was right. I'm telling you. Because now what's to be expected with Call of Duty Black Ops 4? Now that we know what's going to be expected of that game, come E3, we're not going to be excited about it. We're not, because we know there's not going to be no story mode. We know that there's going to be extra zombie maps. We know that it's going to come with a battle royale. And when you do the game, when you play the game demo and release the beta, no one's gonna like it. You watch the crowd reaction for that when they show up at E3 for the Sony briefing. You watch, and that's my prediction right there. Is that reaction is not going to be good. It's already not looking good already. Seeing as how that there's not going to be a single player campaign. Just saying, fellas. Just saying. So, bottom line, little something for you guys for next year. Don't give out anything away. Don't address nothing right away. Because you're taking away from your fans and the customers buying your game. Because in my mind, that's just saying that the game's going to be a piece of shit when it comes upon release. Just saying, folks. So let's give the fans something to go home to when they pay, when they go to these news companies. That was a good one. That was a good one. Oh my god. Totally trashed this car. Oh. That would suck if that blew up right there. So I'm pretty much complaining. And yeah, it probably was a rant. Some will look at it that way, but yeah, you're probably right. But seriously, I mean, I'm just expressing how I feel because E3's in the air. I'm excited, and we here at Channel X always do something for, we always do stuff for E3, and I get pretty busy around that time. But come on, game developers, be secretive on your announcements. That's all I'm saying. Because you're taking that enjoyment away from us gamers that actually want to buy your products, which is probably why I'm going to be leading towards reserving my copies of Red Dead Redemption 2, one for the Xbox and one for the PlayStation. I know. I have no life. But seriously, it's like, I just think that it's sad that we have all these great, we had, some really great games, and I'm sure they're going to be great once they arrive this holiday season. But give us, let the suspense get to us. That's all I'm saying. That's all. So, well, that's all the time I have for today. I know this episode was relatively short, but I gotta get up early and everything. But it is good that get to spend some time with you guys as we always do every week, and I love the time that I spend with you guys. But anyways, that's all the time I have for today. We will see you next week, where I will address whether or not whether I'll do 1 or 2 top 5s next week. So, we'll talk more about that next week, as well as some other stuff. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at TomDog247, and if you missed any of tonight's episode, after the camera goes off, you can go ahead and check that out and comment below of what you on what you think. Should game developers wait for E3 to release something that releasing a game that shouldn't be spoiled? Should they announce it early, or should they wait for E3? Leave your thoughts and opinions right there. And while you're at it, thumbs up the video if you like it, and then ringy dingy that bell, and more importantly, more than anything else in the world, be gratefully appreciated. Face hug that subscribe button. We will see you next week. Till then, this is Tom Dog saying take care, so long, peace.